Greetings, students. Agent Jess reporting for duty from Blue Studios headquarters. I'm here today to deliver the case on cryptocurrency. It's been a tough job sleuthing through the digital world to learn more about electronic moolah, green, dough, or money, if you will. I've successfully gathered a thorough summary. What was that? Oh, just an alert that my Bitcoin investment went through. Haha. Shall we continue with the report? Very well. You're also requested to gather some paper and coloring tools for our official activity later in this lesson. Our objective for today's report is to learn more about what cryptocurrency is, how it's used, and what role it plays in our present and future. The word cryptocurrency breaks down to mean secret system of money. Has quite the espionage vibe to it, doesn't it? We can codename it crypto. True to its name, there is plenty of interesting secrecy surrounding digital money. A lot is unknown about its origin and its future. Let's start at the beginning. Cryptocurrency was created to bypass centralized control, like that of a bank or government. This is what makes crypto so different from physical money. No one is really in charge of it. This digital money can go straight from person to person, anyone, and anywhere. Say you had your American dollar stored in a bank in the United States. Well, that's where it is. You have to go through the bank to have access to it. Crypto is different. Digital money that you own is stored in your digital wallet, a secure software-based storage system. Any crypto transactions made are recorded in a public ledger called blockchain. A blockchain is a database that stores the electronic information of cryptocurrency transactions. Information is collected into blocks that are filled with digital files, closed off, then connected into chains as new blocks are filled. Can you see where it got its name? Blockchain. Ha! Nothing too secret about that, is there? The benefit of this type of data storage is that it creates an unerasable timeline of events. This makes the system very secure, as the information stored in a blockchain cannot be edited. The need for a third party, like a bank, is not necessary. Blockchain information is stored across several networks, essentially making many identical copies of the same information. Now, if a hacker were to gain access to a blockchain and try to alter some numbers, it would only show up on that one copy. However, all those other copies of the blockchain would remain unaltered, and the edited version would be recognized as invalid. This ensures that the crypticness of cryptocurrency remains cryptic. Information stored in a blockchain is essentially irreversible. You might think that there is an unlimited amount of crypto, since it's a digital file, and not a paper money. But there isn't. Paper money is distributed by the government. This type of currency is termed fiat money. In this system, banks have more control as the government is in charge of how much money is printed. The amount of paper money is, in a way, unlimited. You can print as much paper as you want. In contrast, cryptocurrency has a finite amount. For example, Bitcoin, a type of cryptocurrency, has a limit set to 21 million, meaning there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins available. You can thank coding for that. That cap was set intentionally for a very specific reason, and as you may know, the more rare something is, the more valuable it is. But the value of crypto also relies on supply and demand. A crypto coin is worth only what someone is willing to pay for it. That means investing in crypto can either pay off big time or be a real downer. In other words, the cryptocurrency field is very volatile. My original theory here was that crypto came to us by a time-traveling scientist. That was quickly debunked, though. Turns out that very talented computer coders are responsible for creating cryptocurrency. These master programmers work through a process called mining. Yes, just like mining the earth for precious stones. Well, not just like that. There are no pickaxes and shovels needed for this mining. Instead, digital mining is a process that involves using a powerful computer to solve high-level mathematical problems, thus generating coins. It's a bit difficult to grasp, not being an expert coder and all, But in the simplest words, that's how it works. The first cryptocurrency to be created was called Bitcoin. It first came on the scene in the digital world around 2009. That was over a decade ago. And much like the physical currency in our world, there is now more than one type of cyberdollar. Actually, there are thousands. A few other types include Ethereum, Litecoin, and Ripple. With over 5,000 types of digital currencies accumulated into $1.8 trillion of worth, crypto has come a long way from its inception years ago. Just one Bitcoin is now worth more than $45,000, though that could change in a day. If you had been one of the early investors in Bitcoin, you'd be quite well off by now. Unfortunately, I was unable to track down a verified answer to this, but that's for a good reason. No one knows who invented crypto. Recall that Bitcoin was the first form of digital money to appear over 10 years ago. It was created by Satoshi Nakamoto. But that isn't anyone. Many people believe that it's not a single person's name, but a pseudonym for a group of people who created Bitcoin. How secretive. How crypto. We're staying on theme here, aren't we? Just my style. Through an online platform, a person can invest physical money, like the euro or US dollar, to trade for digital files. There is a conversion rate, like all other currencies. For example, $1 US is worth 0.000023 Bitcoin. Yes, Bitcoin is currently more valuable than the dollar. After acquiring your chosen form of crypto, it is stored in your digital wallet. When you're ready to use your crypto, you have some options on how to use it. A lot of people choose to use cryptocurrency as a form of investment, similar to the stock market. They try to buy low and sell high to make money. Currently, there are a few things you can purchase with your digital money. Not every shop accepts cryptocurrency, but that is changing. You can purchase things like cars, insurance, and even everyday services and items like a cup of coffee with your crypto. Still, no one really knows if the future involves an entirely crypto world. The very existence of digital money relies on its supply and demand. It's very possible that the entire system could completely collapse. Some experts believe crypto will surpass all forms of physical money, while other economists theorize that it will tank. I guess only time will tell. One large downside to the cryptocurrency is the excessive amount of energy it takes. Coins are generated by mining done on computers, powerful computers that require loads of energy. Environmentalists worry that this extreme energy usage could cause real trouble for our environment. There are thousands of different kinds of cryptocurrency out there, including some pretty silly ones. Yes, sometimes spyware can be silly. Ever heard of Dogecoin? Even though digital money isn't an actual coin that you can hold, each type of cryptocurrency still has a symbol to represent it. Here's the symbol for Bitcoin. Now, what do you think the symbol for Dogecoin is? It's a dog. A Shiba Inu dog to be exact. But just because the coin is a little silly doesn't mean the currency is. Though Dogecoin was started as a joke, the value quickly skyrocketed. So if you purchased $1 worth of Dogecoin 6 years ago, that would now be worth over $6,000. Not bad. That spike in popularity is thanks to a few supportive tweets by Elon Musk and Snoop Dogg. Yep, that's all it took for a cryptocurrency to go sky high. You can't do that with a standard paper dollar, can you? But that's also the very thing that could cause the ultimate collapse of cryptocurrency. Remember, the system of digital money is fragile and volatile. Dogecoin isn't the only quirky crypto out there. There's also Garlic Coin, Dentacoin, that one's for dentists only, okay? Mooncoin, and Hot Potato Coin, which self-destructs after 30 days, so hopefully you're able to sell it for more than you got it before you're caught with the hot potato. Have you acquired your paper and coloring tools? Affirmative. We are ready to begin. If you were to start your own cryptocurrency, what would your symbol be? Start by drawing a big circle on your paper. This is your coin. How are you going to decorate it? And what are you going to call it? Have any good ideas? Maybe you're really into tacos. Taco coin. Or do you love glitter? Sparkle coin. There are so many possibilities. And maybe one day, you can turn this imaginary symbol into a real cryptocurrency. That is if the roller coaster of digital money isn't going too topsy-turvy. The Blue Studios headquarters would love to see your crypto coin study. Have your grown-up help you snap a pic of your work and scan it into our official spy database. That would be Instagram. Very secure. Be sure to use the hashtags so we can see your work. These coin creations will be very informative for our report. Let's review what we've learned today. Cryptocurrency refers to a system of digital money. Instead of using paper slips, metal coins, and a bank, crypto utilizes digital files and a public ledger to record transactions. This ledger is called a blockchain and is very secure. Coders can generate more cryptocurrency by performing a task called mining. Mining takes a really strong computer and lots of energy. Some economists think it takes too much energy and worry that over-mining can cause trouble for our environment. There are many types of cryptocurrencies out there, and the value of each coin can vary greatly, even over the course of a day. The first one was Bitcoin, but now there are many more in circulation. Well, that just about sums up my report on cryptocurrency. If you have any gaining interest, be sure to chat with your grown-ups. One smart way to use cryptocurrency is to diversify your investments. Don't go all in on one type of digital money. Remember, the world of crypto is still new and experiences lots of ups and downs. This is Agent Jess. Yes? Roger that. Well, I'm off to my next gig. Surveillance on a volcano. No big deal. Thanks for tuning into this lesson. I'll see you around the Blue Studios headquarters, fellow spy.